Most Muslims claim that the Quran has been perfectly preserved from the time of Muhammad all the way to now, word for word, letter for letter. Now me, do I believe that the Quran has been perfectly preserved? Absolutely do. So you might be asking, well, why are you still Christian? Well, I believe the Quran has been perfectly preserved all the way back to the revised version since the rule of Uthman. You see, it's not the exact recitation of Muhammad. To be clear, I don't believe that just because there are variants within the Quran that means it's automatically corrupted. No, I'm just pointing out the fact that what Muslims believe about the Quran and its perfect preservation is not entirely accurate. Now bear with me, and if you're Muslim, I beg you to just shift your mindset for just 1 second, just so you can grasp what I'm getting ready to tell you. Now, most of you grew up listening to Ahmed, Deedat, and Zakir, Naik, and you were told many things by them. And the false claim of having a perfect, unchanged Quran for the last 1400 years was one of those. Here, check this out.
The Quran that we have was under the personal supervision of our beloved Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. It was compiled, and what we have today was actually compiled by the beloved Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. It was made accessible to us by Hazrat Uthman. And whatever Allah says in the Quran has come true. He clearly says in Surah Al-Hijr chapter 15 verse number 9 that we have revealed the Holy Quran and we will guard it from corruption.
In this clip, Zakir claims that the Quran that we have today is exactly what was recited by Muhammad, and he uses Surah 15:9 to confirm the perfect preservation of the Quran. According to Islamic sources which Muslims hold to be authoritative, next to the Quran, we read the following narration from Sahih al-Bukhari, Volume 8, Book 82, Hadith number 817. Allah sent Muhammad with the truth and revealed the holy book to him, and among what Allah revealed was the verse of Rajam. And we did recite this verse and understood and memorized it. Now, when I go over this with my Muslim friends, there's three common responses. Either A, this narration doesn't say that there was ever a verse in the Quran about Rajam. B, well, that's unreliable. You can't take it. Or C, well, yeah. It does say there was a verse in the Quran about Rajam, but it's abrogated. Side note, now, some of you out there are thinking right now to yourself, who is this black guy? What does he know about Islam? He doesn't speak Arabic? Let's just leave that aside for now, okay? And just deal with the issues. That's that mindset shift that I was talking about. The hadith says that Allah sent Muhammad with the truth and revealed the holy book to him. The only book that was revealed to Muhammad was the Quran. And it goes on to say, and among what was revealed was the verse of Rajam, or the verse of stoning. I don't think it can get any more clearer than that there was a verse revealed to Muhammad about stoning. Now, when someone tells me that this narration is unreliable, they insist that not every hadith is authentic, and they start explaining to me how complex the sciences of the hadith are. According to the Introduction to the Sciences of the Hadith by Sheikh Suhaib al-Hassan, classical Islamic scholar As-Sayuti gives the following grading to Sahih al-Hadith only. It goes like this. Number 1, those recorded by Bukhari and Muslim. Number 2, those recorded by Bukhari only. Or number 3, those recorded by Muslim only. This is recorded in Bukhari, this one is recorded in Muslim, and it's also recorded in several other Sahih Sitta. I understand there's many more classifications of hadith, but there's way too many to go over in this short video. So check the description box and there's a link covering the other ones in detail. Now, without even going into those, it's already clear that this one is authentic. Now lastly, Muslims insist that, yeah, sure, there was a verse revealed to Muhammad, but it's been abrogated now. Well, my immediate question is, well, by whom was it abrogated? Was it Muhammad or Allah? Well, it couldn't have been Muhammad who abrogated it through the Sunnah, because according to him in Surah 10:15, he's not authorized to change the recitation, only to recite what's revealed to him. And likewise, it couldn't have been Allah who abrogated this verse either, because according to Surah 2:106, he only abrogates when he brings something similar or better to it. That's his qualifier for abrogation. Well, my question to you is, what's the abrogating verse? I'll make it easy. There is none. In fact, according to Al-Itqun fi Ulum al-Quran by Suyuti, a man asked the question, why don't we find the verse of stoning in the Quran? And when he was given the answer, which was an appeal to abrogation, he immediately asked the question, well, why don't we find a replacement verse? That's a question that every Muslim should be asking. So, there was a verse revealed to Muhammad according to an authentic hadith, that we no longer find in the Quran, that couldn't have been abrogated by Allah. So where does that leave us? We can conclude that we're left with a book that has not been perfectly preserved back to the time of Muhammad, word for word, letter for letter. And as for these Islamic scholars who lead their followers to believe this, we can conclude either A, they have no idea what they're talking about, or B, they're intentionally twisting history to fit their own agenda. Either way, there's a problem. Again, for a more detailed analysis for the verse of Rajam, please look in the description box, click on the link now, smash the like button, and subscribe. Thanks, guys.